Welcome everyone. Today's practice is supportive of tight backs or tight hips. Recommend having a blanket nearby for support during your practice today. This can be a yoga blanket or any blanket you have nearby. Again, we'll use this for support during your practice today. We'll begin today in a constructive rest. Come down to your seat, lowering down with ease and control. Bringing your feet on the edges of the mat, knocking your knees in gently together. Your hands resting wherever is comfortable, maybe right hand on your navel, left hand on your heart, or out to a T, above your head, wherever is comfortable. And again, you can use the blanket for support here and also during your practice today. A few moments here for grounding. A few moments to check in. A few moments to notice your breath, focusing on each inhale and each exhale. Noticing how your breath feels on this day. Feel each inhale and feel each exhale. Noticing the texture of your breath. And noticing how your breath is flowing on this day. Your breath may feel different from a practice on another day, and that's okay. Simply a few moments here to notice. Steady inhales and steady exhales. And on your next inhale, Apanasana seed pose, knees in towards your front body, hands on top of your shins, giving yourself a gentle squeeze here. And a few moments for natural movement, Sahaja. Maybe that's rocking side to side, massaging your lower back. Maybe it's unflexing your toes, making circles with your ankles. Find any movement that's calling to you. And on your next exhale, bring your arms out to a T, bring your knees to touch, and then gently allow your knees to fall towards the right side of your mat, finding a gentle twist here. This is only going to be a brief hold here. One more round of breath. And on your next inhale, return your knees to center, that seed pose, giving yourself another gentle squeeze. And on your next exhale, arms to a T, allowing your knees to fall towards the left side of your mat, finding that gentle twist again on the other side. Only a few rounds of breath here. Continuing to focus on each inhale and each exhale. Noticing how your breath feels on this day. Noticing how your breath feels in this shape. On your next inhale, returning to center, that seed pose, another gentle squeeze. And on your next exhale, one-legged wind removing pose. Extend your left foot out towards the edge of the mat and hands on top of your right shin. And a few moments here to kind of feel out this shape, maybe pulling your knee closer towards your front body, maybe out towards the side. Making circles with your hip here. And then as you feel ready to hold, option to pull your knee towards your right shoulder, bring it outside your right ribs, and then hold and breathe. And on your next exhale, supine twist, using your left hand to guide your right knee across your front body. And you can bring your right arm out to a T or a cactus. And your gaze can be towards the ceiling or over towards your right hand. You can also come onto your left hip a little bit here. And continuing to focus on breath. And on your next inhale, unwind, return to center, moving into that seed pose again. And working towards a neutral spine here, you may have to shift left and right to reset your spine. And on your next exhale, moving on to the other side, right foot out long, hands on top of your left shin. And again, a few moments here for natural movement, maybe out to the side and towards your front body, making circles with your hip. And then as you feel ready, working towards guiding your left knee outside your left ribs towards your left shoulder, and hold and breathe. And on your next exhale, supine twist, using your right hand to guide your left knee across your front body. Again, maybe shifting onto your right hip here, and left arm out to a T or cactus. And copy the same gaze and arm placement you had on the last side. One more round of breath here. And on your next inhale, unwind, return to center, that seed pose, giving yourself one final gentle squeeze here. And on your next exhale, option to bring your hands on the back of your legs and rock and roll forward into a tabletop pose, or you can roll to one side, slowly pressing up into a tabletop. Again, using that blanket for support beneath your knees here. Moving into tabletop pose, stacking shoulders over wrist and hips over knees. Your toes can be tucked here or untucked. Working towards pulling your navel in toward your spine and the crown of your head pulling forward towards the front of your mat. Maybe your gaze is down at your hands or at the front of your mat. And really spreading your fingers wide and energetically pressing down with your hands into the ground. We're going to move through a cow-cat flow. This is great for warming up the spine and the back. On your next inhale, cow pose, drop your navel, bring your gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale, cat, chin to chest, round your spine. And inhale, cow pose, broaden through your collarbones. And exhale, cat, pressing down through your hands, round your spine. And inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. And inhale, cow, working to carry the breath through the full movement. And exhale, cat. One more time through, inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. And with your next few breaths, you can continue with cow-cat flow or find some natural movement. Maybe that's moving side to side, movement in your arms, your shoulders, your hips, your feet, your legs, any kind of movement that's calling to you on this day. And that may look different from a practice on another day, and that's okay. Simply moving how you need to on this day. And as you feel balanced, return to a neutral tabletop. We're going to move into downward facing dog, only a brief hold here. Starting from tabletop, walking your hands forward about one palm print and really spreading your fingers wide and energetically pressing down and forward into the ground, working towards keeping that locked in. And on your next exhale, downward facing dog, lifting your hips up and back. And again, this is only going to be a brief hold here and maybe a few moments here for movement, maybe pedaling through your feet. Maybe moving side to side. And then working towards holding here. Again, that strong engagement, pressing down and forward into your hands. Imagine energetically pressing down into your thumbs and index fingers. One more round of breath here. And on your next exhale, lowering down the tabletop. A moment to find any movement that you need here. We're going to go through that one more time. And as you feel ready, starting in that tabletop, then maybe walking your hands forward, spreading your fingers wide, energetically press down and forward into your hands, and then exhale, downward facing dog, lifting your hips up and back, pressing your front body towards your thighs. Again, that strong engagement, pressing down and forward. A few rounds of breath here. And also noticing how your breath flows in this shape. Feel each inhale and feel each exhale. And on your next exhale, lowering down to tabletop. Get a few moments here for any movement that you need. Again, starting from this tabletop pose, you may have to adjust your hands, again, stacking shoulders over wrist. And on your next inhale, three-legged dog, extend your right foot behind you. And exhale, lizard lunge, right foot outside of your right hand. It might be on the right edge of your mat or outside your mat, that's okay. Finding the foot placement that works best for you. And a few moments here to kind of feel out this shape, maybe moving side to side, front to back. And then as you feel ready, returning to that lizard lunge. And on your next inhale, bringing the crown of your head forward. And then exhale back. And inhale forward. And exhale back. And inhale forward. And exhale back. One more. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Really strong with your hands pressing into the ground. And then inhale that tabletop pose. Right knee, right foot back. We're going to lower through chaturanga. On your next inhale, shifting shoulders over wrist while keeping your knees on the ground. You can also untuck your toes here. And then exhale, lowering down all the way to the ground. And pin your elbows to your sides. Press down through the tops of your feet and your toes. And then inhale, baby bhujangasana, baby cobra. Lifting your front body. Imagine lifting your heart. Little to no weight in your hands here. And then exhale, lower back down. And then as you feel ready, moving back into that tabletop pose. And moving on to the other side on your next inhale, three-legged dog, extending your left foot behind you. And exhale, lizard lunge. Left foot outside your left hand. Again, it might be on the left edge of your mat or maybe outside. Find the foot placement that works best for you. Hands pressing into the ground. Again, a few moments here to kind of feel out this shape. Might feel good to move side to side, maybe front to back. And then as you feel ready, returning to that lizard lunge, pressing your hands into the ground. And on your next inhale, crown of your head comes forward. And then exhale back. And inhale forward. And exhale back. And inhale forward. And exhale back. One more. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Strong with your hands pressing into the ground. And inhale, tabletop. Left knee, left foot back. Again, moving through chaturanga here. On your next inhale, shifting shoulders over wrist. And then exhale, lowering all the way down to the ground. Pin your elbows to your sides. Press down through the tops of your feet and your toes. Pressing your hips down to the ground. And then inhale, baby cobra, lifting your front body, lifting your heart, little to no weight in your hands. And then exhale, lower back down. And from knees or toes, moving back into that tabletop pose. And one round of breath here. And then as you feel ready, on your next exhale, lowering down to your front body again. We're going to move into Sphinx pose. If you bring your forearms onto the mat, about shoulder width apart, pressing your hands down into the ground, setting up similar to baby cobra, extending your feet and your legs behind you. Imagine energetically pressing down with your feet and your toes into the ground, pressing your hips into the ground, and then working towards lifting your heart and energetically stamping down with your forearms, pressing down with your hands and your forearms, and then hold and breathe. We're going to be here for a few rounds of breath. And working towards lifting your heart, broadening through your collarbones, pressing down with your forearms and your hands, and breathe, continuing to breathe here. Stay with each inhale, stay with each exhale. And on your next exhale, release, lower down. We're going to move into crocodile pose for a brief hold, and then we'll go through Sphinx pose one more time. Stacking your palms out in front and resting your forehead down. Maybe a few moments to rock your head side to side. A moment here to reconnect with your breath. And then as you feel ready for the second Sphinx, again, forearms down onto the mat, hands pressing into the ground. Imagine energetically stamping down with your forearms and your hands. Press down through the tops of your toes and your feet. And then working towards lifting your heart. Bringing your gaze forward. And then hold and breathe. Continuing to focus on each inhale and each exhale. Really feel your breath in this shape. Feel your breath flowing. One more round of breath here. And then on your next exhale, lowering down into that crocodile pose, switching out your hands. If your left hand was on top last time, bringing your right hand on top. And also option to windshield wiper your legs here. This might feel good on your lower back. Maybe swaying side to side a little bit. And then as you feel ready for stillness, lowering your feet and your legs out long. Another moment of pause here, another moment to reconnect with your breath. A few more rounds of breath here. And then as you feel ready, moving back into that tabletop pose. Swiveling your legs out from underneath you. And you can bring that blanket for support underneath your seat. We're going to move into an easy seat here, cross-legged seat. Moving into Sukhasana. After you feel situated on your blanket or your mat, grounding down into your seat, bring length through your spine, crown of your head up high. And then inhale, arms up high, either gaze forward or gaze towards the sky. And then exhale, gentle twist to the right, left hand to your right knee, right fingertips behind you. Only twisting as far as you need here. Continuing to focus on breath. Noticing each inhale, notice each exhale. And while keeping your front hand planted on your knee, inhale your back hand up high, bring it all the way around towards your other knee, chin to chest, round your spine here. Relax your face, relax your head and your neck. Breathe deeply into your upper middle back, into your shoulders. Feel each inhale and feel each exhale. And on your next inhale, unwind, arms up high, gaze towards the sky. Exhale, that gentle twist to the right, right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind you. Only twisting as far as you need. And then while keeping your front hand planted on your knee, inhale your back hand up high all the way around towards your other knee. And again, chin to chest, rounding your spine here. Breathing deeply. And on your next inhale, unwind, arms up high. And then exhale, lowering your arms along your sides. We're going to lower down onto our backs with control. Again, maybe using this blanket for support here. Lowering down onto your back. We're going to move into bridge pose. If you bring your feet onto the mat, just outside of fingertips reach. And then energetically stamp down with your feet, stamp down with your hands. And on your next inhale, pressing down through your feet, lift your hips. And then exhale, lower. A few more times through. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, bridge pose. And exhale, lower. We're going to move through windshield wiper flow. If you bring your feet onto the edges of the mat, maybe your hands resting on your body or out to a T, anywhere that's comfortable. And on your next exhale, windshield wiper flow to the right. Drop your knees to the right. And inhale, return your knees to center. And exhale, windshield wiper flow to the left. And inhale, center. And going through that motion with your own breath, working to match breath to movement. Taking as much time as you need between each side. And starting to find ease here. Starting to release the effort and energy. And the next time you're on the right side, go ahead and hold. Brief hold here. And on your next inhale, return your knees to center. And exhale to the left and hold. Again, continuing to find ease. Continue to release effort and energy. And on your next inhale, return your knees to center. Then moving through any final movements you may need here, maybe another seed pose, maybe a full body stretch, a few moments to find any final movements that you may need. And then as you feel ready, we'll move into final Savasana or a final pose of your choosing. If you're moving into Savasana, extend your feet and your legs out long. Arms along your sides, palms facing up, taking up as much space as you need on or off your mat. This is your time to rest and relax. Your time to release all effort, all energy. Allow your body to sink into the mat, into the ground, into the earth. And exhale, let it all go. I'll call you out when it's time. Allow yourself another moment to connect with your breath. Another moment to feel each inhale and feel each exhale. And then as you feel ready, finding gentle movement in your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. If it's calling to you, maybe a full body stretch or any other movement. And then as you feel ready, rolling off to either side of your mat. And slowly pressing up into a comfortable seat. Thanks y'all for finding a few moments to connect with your body and breath in a meaningful way. Take care.